Hello, everybody, and here we go. It's Habbage, and yeah, lots of code going into the. Nope. We're playing Toehold. Yeah, let's kick things off. So, how's everybody doing? Hope it's bright and sunny, beautiful day like it is here for me today. Um, we, if the world ever loads, I was all fired up, like let's go. Um, Once we get back in here, we've got a little bit more clearing of the area that we want to work on. And then I think, I don't know, we may do a bit of repairing or we may. Um, there we go. Get the little boom of the beacon to let us know we're here. Or we may go play with some uh, pillagers to try to figure out a little more of their mechanics in real play. But we got this to do first, and it is the obviously biggest section once we get down to the bottom here. So we're going to first thing hope our shovel holds out, because this is our last one. We went back through and used up what remained of the others in the previous episode, and are now going to try to take these down. So has anybody got the Olympic fever yet? I really don't. I feel kind of bad. I like the Olympics, and I particularly like the Winter Olympics, but at the moment it is, I don't know, it hasn't been very practical, and it hasn't really got me, and it doesn't help. I've been off and on trying to catch up with the past seasons of Ozark on Netflix, which kind of that dark crime thing, and I can't. It was just the same with Breaking Bad. I just can't binge those. They just get too heavy, and it's like, oh man, what is wrong with people? That it doesn't make for good movies and TV, but the simple choices are so obvious there, and people just don't deal with them. So I I love it. It's a very good show, very well written, and I enjoy it. But it is one of those where I'm like, man, I want to watch like one of the two of those. And that show in particular has like full length episodes. It's that same format as Breaking Bad had been, where it's like a full TV hour, which is what, like 40, 45 minutes or something like that. Once it had previously allowed for commercials. And that gets to be long. So, a few of those in here and there did get me a little sucked in coming out of the blizzard. And in a blizzard, we got some snow. It was cold a couple days, but now it's back to like super mild. It was windy yesterday, warmer, and today I don't think it's supposed to get quite as warm, but sunny and bright. And then I think for the rest of the week it goes back really mild and nice. So got that to look forward to. And in terms of homework, I haven't really done much more at all in terms of checking on the farm mechanics itself, or like memorize, effectively. All right, this is where it's going to get built, and this is how it's all going to get done. We'll figure all that out. I'm not too worried about it. As you saw from me, almost clicking on the Nomen world, or how do you say that word? The sundial inner thing. It's a Nomen or a Nomen. Um, yeah, I don't know, but did play a little bit of that, and actually, tell anybody, I thought about streaming it unannounced with no VOD. As I've said before, I don't want to conflict this world with anything else, and I don't want any other world to take priority over it. But I was like, I'm kind of playing this. I got a skelly farm pretty close to um, the spawn chunks where I've been building up the very beginnings of a base, and it's different very much from this world in that I'm not playing for advancements or really even progress in that sense. Um, just kind of trying to take what the world gives me and explore as needed, but you guys would likely recognize a lot of the same layout of a farm that I'm getting. But rather than like building deep into a basement world or anything like that, I've just been kind of building upward as I level out terrain for fields, taking that dirt to kind of make a hill fort type setting where at least I have a set of stairs going up. Hey, look, we got iron. We don't need the farm now. We got 4 pieces in the ground there. Um, but I think it's pretty cool. And with hardcore, that's the deal. One slip up and it's gone. And without like pressing hard into stuff, you gotta worry a little bit about um, getting cut off. But I don't know. It's an enticement, I guess, for for those of you guys that do enjoy the Minecraft series. If you're interested in potentially seeing some different world stuff, I'm not gonna make VODs of those play sessions if I ever do put them up, which I haven't. I didn't that day, and I don't know that I will. I don't know how much fun that would uh, continue to offer versus just getting old. Got a little bit of that left, and some of that. So we'll see how it all plays out. But that's that's the thinking now. Are we gonna have enough room left in all of these boxes to get this last level and a bit done? Oh, we still got all this. But it's kind of good. Mix things up a little bit. But as I said, don't worry about Toehold on Eternity here, or even the YouTube style of HCMC stuff. That's all gonna continue on and be a ready part of the formula here because I do enjoy this, and I enjoy the kind of pacing of it. I know it's been a little erratic of late, but um, just that yeah, you get an hour, and then you come back to see what we do in the next hour, and that may mean we don't just go all in and get a project done in a sitting, but um, it keeps it nice and digestible. Everybody's got a chance to at least sort of keep up. And I hope this, I've kind of been watching the numbers a little bit, and I think this probably has given some folks a chance to catch back up a little bit. I've seen some of the trailing video numbers catching up a little bit. So that's good. Welcome if you're, kind of getting back up a little bit more to real speed. Don't worry, we're going to have a few of these uh, breaks, I guess. Coming up. Not by design. It's just I'm not gonna be so committed that I miss real life stuff. If things come along. So hope you all understand that. We'll see. I'd love to be. Um, I'd love it if life came at us in such a way that I could be pre-recorded with 7 days a week of ready to go stuff, and if something came up and I wasn't going to have the time in my day to get things set up or do it myself, that yeah, all right, just hit a button and oh hey, this isn't the world, but it's a refresh video or something like that. Well, uh, again, if I was going to have the time, I would just prefer to make videos than go back and have a variety of highlights or anything like that in the can. So I don't know, we'll see. But there's plenty here to keep our interest, and we got plenty of winter here left to go. And I started in spring, I didn't start in winter, so that part is all pretty easy to make sense. But um, it's definitely this streaming stuff that I've been doing is fun. I really like it and would love to see it grow, but it's a balance. It is more time in one sitting to allow people to kind of see that you're online and perhaps wander in, right? That's kind of the growth mechanism there. Um, Unlike YouTube, I can't just come back the next day and be like, oh, look, there 20 more people found this video or something like that. That's the great part of YouTube, but in order to grow a streaming platform, you've either got to be in chatting with other people or on the air, so to speak. So, still working at all that, and it'll come. Like everything else, you find the balance that works for you, and kind of keep that, build off that once you get it. I think I'm still very much in the all right. How is this? What does this look like? What does it look like and feel good doing? So yeah, we'll see. But one of the weird factors about the Olympic time, and I kind of feel like this is silly, but I kind of feel like I'm holding a grudge against the Olympics because as a Colorado Avalanche fan, even though their last game before the All Star break was um, a bit of a disappointment, they've been playing very, very, very well, and it's kind of tough knowing that the NHL players are not playing there. And I'm sure for all the teams, it's good to have a break, right? Injured people get healthy or have a better chance to. It extends out that time, and so just from a quality of play level, I think if you're doing well, like the Avalanche are, you kind of are like, oh man, this couldn't come at a worse time, right? You want to stay hot while you're hot, and make the most of that. But you also want to, in terms of being a fan, you want to see that at the maximum of competition level. You want to see, when I was playing sports as a kid and a young adult, you want to play your best. You want to play your opponents and beat them at their best. You don't want to beat them with their star player injured or on the bench. It just kind of feels like, oh, well, we got you, but we kicked you when you were down, and can't really thump our chests about that, right? So, and that's one of the things I think makes more sense the further through life you get. Oh, yeah. Here, let me help you out. Let me. I know sometimes in like intramural sports and stuff like that, I'd be like, hey, let's trade over some of our people to your team just to help round out the numbers so that you guys, if you didn't have many of your people show up that day, we can all compete. And that even then, if you end up playing against some of your own teammates, it certainly makes it more worthwhile when there's no even I guess for these guys, but they're not getting paid specifically for a championship, as the NHL has always said. Players pay players play for a paycheck in the regular season, and then in the playoffs, they don't get paid at all. They play for pride, and it's kind of a unique trade-off. Some leagues are designed around kind of a bonus system. You win a Super Bowl, and I don't know some of the other top level U.S. sports as well, but you win a championship or you win a playoff game, you get extra amounts of money. Some are even designed with that for their players all the way through their seasons. They get paid for wins rather than appearances or a set amount per game. And in the NFL, I know a lot of that is bonuses based on performance, right? If a quarterback throws for so many yards, they may activate a bonus that's written into their contract, and I think those are pretty standard across the board, right? So that if you're a new player, I don't know if it happens in rookie contracts, but certainly in later contracts, if even if you're kind of just the journeyman player that's been doing it for a long time and kind of has average numbers, there can be change of the coach's scheme, the players around you. Maybe an old injury or something gets cleaned up, and so you suddenly have a very much better year. Well, to help protect your interests in that, everybody kind of has that chance. Hey, you're going to get up to 100 catches or something like that. Well, all right, you're going to get a significant bonus for that. And if they're really significant things, you get really significant bonuses. So that's all pretty cool. But in the NHL, the players don't get that, at least unless it's changed. I don't know. But back from the kind of mid 2000s, I know that was certainly the case that effectively once they got through the oh my goodness, excuse me, that hit hard and fast. Once they get through the regular season, sorry, let me just regain my brain cells that shot out my nose here. There's no more game checks, so to speak, right? Your yearly salary is split up over the 82 game season, I think, and once you've earned all that, you're paid out, and then in the NHL, it takes 64 games. I'm sorry, 16 wins to make it to win the Stanley Cup. You have to win 4 best of 7 series, so four games 4 times to get all the way to the championship or to win the Stanley Cup. So when players do have that deep championship run, they end up playing, and while it can't be 64, if each of those series go to 7 games instead of 16 additional, you've got another. You got basically 28 total games, I guess. So that's a quarter of your season, right? That you just played for free, and that's where they say, the regular season is playing for a paycheck, the postseason is playing for pride, and I think that's kind of cool, and it goes back to that pridefulness. Now, in the NHL or hockey, kind of in general, in some ways it may be even more blatant in the minor leagues than it is in the the NHL itself, but you have all these players that are professionals, but are, you know, as driven as any other sport to reach the top of their sport and be champions, have that forever, as their legacy. And all right, we are so close. Even then, I think they would say that the greats, the Ovechkins, the Crosbys, the McDermott, is that his name? The Edmonton dude. You don't want to beat those teams when those guys are out. You want to beat them when they're at full strength and ready to go and win. It just makes everything feel better. Now, do you kind of laugh and snigger if in the playoffs you win your first series 4 games to nothing and get a nice little vacation, while the team that you might have to play next is locked in a 7 game battle, with some overtimes? That's the other awesome thing about hockey. The overtime playoffs being uncapped and unknown. They can go for a day. I think the record is 7th. But yeah, you just play until you score. And, you get these players out there totally exhausted and just, trying to skate around and find some little slipped up puck or something that will help put them over the edge. And really comes down to, goaltenders and just a lot of luck as to who's going to win at the end. But I used to love that, particularly like college days when, playoff series would be going and your team would be in it and you'd be like, all right, well, who knows? I got class tomorrow, but this could be an all-nighter, not knowing what would go. So you always kind of cheer for the overtime and the just crazy game you'll remember all your life for the OT battle. All right. Well, no. I keep thinking we're done, and then I keep finding new little edges here. We'll get there, though. There. Now, did we get that far corner? I think we did. So it should be all good. More over here. Is that all grassy sand? I guess grassy sand. You can have grassy sand. All right. Now, we've got our little area here all set up. So somewhere kind of in the midst of this, it will pop up, and that will be our central, probably pillager area. And then out to the sides of him will be the villagers, and their golems will spawn and drop. And I think what will... I don't know. I'd like to put them all together, but that may just add overhead. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. We'll be doing probably a dropped lava blade below all this to catch them. Or you know what? We don't even need the blade so much as just a held level of lava that they'll fall through and cook on. So we could have a circuit where we go around and gather the iron from multiple places, or we could float it or whatever. But I think at that point we're just adding extra to this farm that could maybe be implemented later. That's the big factor, though. Is it easier to get all these things put into place in advance? I don't know. To be determined. Anyway, do we need this stuff? I think we definitely need. What's in there? Just wood? You know what? These are all empty. At least take all this stone. Okay, and the rest of this is dirt. Not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and sleep while we are thinking about it. Oh. Alright, so let's take these and these. I think I heard all the little plops. And we'll take our wings. And let's go. Make sure, last look, that I'm not missing anything or about to despawn a shulker box through full of stuff or something. So we're gonna go back to home, and we'll kind of sort these out and start just doing some stuff that, if it doesn't just naturally produce a pillager, we'll go get one at one of the deals. Am I going the? No, I am the right way, right? Because that was the spawn area, not the. Oh man, look at them all. Like, oh, you're not wearing gold? We're all gonna come hang out with you today, then. And we also got to figure out repair. At some point, we got to do that, and I don't know what that is going to take, what shape that's going to take. Do we go up and do ghasts? Do we do some trading? Do we do some ore? Not a ton there. Full, sort of full. Full now. Okay, what do we have in this one? 2 stone and some vegetative stuff. We've got oak leaf blocks, I believe. Oak saplings. Where is he? Dude, you're... Alright, leaves and... or flowers and seeds. I guess let's take them upstairs. I know we have varieties of dye and stuff, but other than outside by the bees and over at the silo, we don't really have places for storing those kinds of things. There we go. Hey guys. I know, it's been a minute. Y'all doing good? Happy doggies? Oh, not many of those, but let's take them now. This will be the the point when we need sticky pistons. We will for the building of the farm. But for now, neat and tidy. Alright, apple. Why didn't I just... Apple a day. Alright. Another apple? How many apples a day is too many apples? That apple filled me up? That's amazing. I thought they were only like a heart. Alright. Sand, and let's grab this stone. I think that's all of those. Alright. Some of these I know are still going to be pretty darn full. And I think what we've found in the past is that it's maybe better to unload a lot of this as much as we can and keep the storage available here, right? Just so we can unload our pockets more quickly without having to make the run all the way down to this end. Although we've got lots of capacity for this stuff. And gravel. Alright. Is that it? Really? No, there. I thought there was more somewhere. Alright, I think that does it for all these. And then we've just got some logs to put away. And you guys all thought I'd forgotten to finish off that top box, hadn't you? No such luck. Okay, and then logs. A little bit of spruce and a little bit of oak. I think this is our spruce, right? There we go. All cleaned up. Didn't end up doing much repair on the pick. How did we come out over here? Now that we are down to next to no iron. Okay, I think that's empty. Let's take this upstairs because I don't know how much we have up there even. Got all our boxes. We'll go look at the ender chest up here. Mm, this can all go. That's all our rail and miney stuff. Yeah. Got some. I mean, we still have some blocks there that didn't get used in the beacon. So we've got. I guess I should grab both of those. Um. You know, we haven't been in a while. A long, long, long while. Might be kind of fun if we're going to do some repairing. At least to go visit it, because I know most of you guys watching probably weren't around when we built it. Um, well, let's just go for a visit. End of this episode, we'll go hang out and then kind of figure out. I think next episode is primarily going to be um, pillagers, and I think we'll maybe go back out to the desert by the village and just set up an area where we can hopefully catch some of them and disarm them and pacify them. If we can do all that, then we can learn how to manage them. Can I move them from there through a portal easily? Is there any gotcha that I'm sure there are that I don't know about, or ways that we can lose them? Also, we need to check stocks for name tags. So we're not going to stop there at spawn. Ooh, Enderman's been around. A couple of them. Or that was just where we were working. Oh, obviously this looks like a little bit of... Alright, so that goes straight back through to Attempt Island, right? And then here... We've got some piggy to take care of. Now, was it this one or was it the one at the far end? Where does this take us? One of these is the... Yeah, this is just the farm. Zoglin, I think is what they're called, right? That was a fun... it was a fun little challenge to try to figure out. I say that knowing full well I was so frustrated going into that or trying to get that done. But that's what makes them memorable and lasting is what you do. You had to work for it, It wasn't just easy to do. Oh yeah, this is gonna take a minute because this stuff we haven't been to since 18 popped. Still building all those levels below us that it needs to create. So this will be good. We're building more world while we're here. There we go. Look at all the splendor that is our drowned farm. Now, there comes one. It's going to take it a minute to really get... A minute. It's going to take a while for it to really get rocking. But We'll see. See if we want to hang here, or why am I looking at those? Or go elsewhere. But yeah, it's just kind of fun to use a different farm, right? So what's going on here for anybody who doesn't know? Um, Drowned, who provide tridents, right, is a very rare drop in Java. Much easier to get tridents from them in Bedrock, from what I hear. But here in Java, unless you get lucky and one of them just drops you one in early game combat when you're like swimming around, sometimes the game, I don't know what the reason is, but like if you're way over leveled and under leveled, I guess. I don't know what the correct way is, but like you're running around in iron armor in a boat or something like that, and all of a sudden, twang, 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 the tridents start hitting you. Odds are you're gonna die in hardcore. That's me saying that even as somebody who's been playing hardcore for longer than Drowned have been around, right? But they're gonna wreck you, very likely. But if you can get the jump on them, or if you're in the situation where you can get onto dry land and have some kind of cover and kind of get some food, or there's some cover underwater, if you can hit them a few times, you are very well set to uh, to get a drop. I don't know what the reason is, but I sometimes will risk a world just for that. Like, oh, here's a trident. We got a pretty good thing. We got good health, got a good sword or whatever. Let's give it a shot. Um, After that, it seems, in my experience, um, they kind of lose that likelihood. Then it kind of goes back to normal, which is like 1 in 100 of the guys that actually are carrying tridents will drop a trident. Um, and that, if you're just relying on going around and finding trident, finding drowned zombies in the water, that can be really long wait. Um, Now there are a couple ways that you can do it. If you're solo, not worrying about audience or anything like that. One of the good ways to do it, I've found, is you set up your turtle eggs on kind of like a sandbar beach. I don't know that we can see much of. This whole area was just kind of like sand islands and all that. We stripped it down to make sure that none of it would interfere with our spawning. But that, kind of pick something like that and make it a turtle farm. And while your turtle eggs are going, you just fish at night, and zombies will come up out of the water. If they do that, then you got a fair chance of zipping out, and that's once you've got your netherite armor and everything. You can just do it without building the farm, and just waiting until you've seen enough zombies naturally to do it. And that can, if you have a river in the ocean, which is why we made this farm here. Between these little islands, we found a section that was river in the middle of the ocean. So it was really nice. We didn't have to do a lot of clearing of land to get this 128 high spawning area away from mountains or anything else where there may be mobs that would affect the cap. We just went over the ocean, cleared off a couple little islands so there wouldn't be any possibility of conflict, and then made the outline of the river, which is the kind of the warped wood and the little blocks, whatever they are, the crimson or warped nilium or whatever it is, I don't know. Between the bricks, those kind of do the outline on the edge, and then the bricks make the wall on the outside of it. So basically, inside of that wall is the river, and we refilled all of that area so that it would all be wet blocks without conflict. We got some little interlopers. That creeper. Oh, I didn't get you. On the edges, but pretty high. Yeah, I got a lot. Oh, made me miss. Now I gotta look at that arrow. There he goes. Where'd you come from? You might have fallen too. Alright, a couple more. This is probably not the best. Where are these guys coming from? I don't understand. What is going on? Where did you all come from? Is there a hole now? Did I like bop them out of the trapped area? Hello? Or did they just walk out? Did I not close the door? That was the door area, right? I don't have any blocks. We got over here. Yeah, I don't think I closed. Wow, this is very funky. Okay. Yeah, so I don't... We obviously made that accessible to get out, but... That should help with light a little bit and everything else. That was a mess. Alright, there we go. Much better. Now did that... We'll see. I don't know if that light was impacting anything. That was our access point in and out as we were building everything. I should also mention in describing this farm, you can see these various areas where we have the planks on certain corners, right? So those are kind of alternating around, and they have turtle eggs in them. And drowned zombies do not like turtle eggs, or they really like them, depending on how you interpret it. But they will try to go get the turtle eggs. So basically, the water ends, and they drop down these chutes into this this little river, lazy river of drowned zombie fun. I left you in charge here, dude. Why Why are things not working very well? Um, did I miss light? I think it's pretty dark in there, right? Definitely not a repair-worthy stop. Whoa. Alright, let's just chill. We don't need to be going that fast. So I have torches up to keep the spawns of other stuff down, but is that messing with the rate? Maybe I'd be better to slab all of that stuff. Oh, oh, oh. Alright. So that's something we could think about doing. I don't want to do it right now. Slabs instead of torches up there. Maybe that boosts our ability to generate drown during the day. Because there's just like two there. And I don't know. We should have a steady little current of these dudes dropping from all these various corners. Well, I didn't mean to come back here and make more questions than fixing stuff, but I think we've answered two. Don't use this for our repairs. Alright, we don't have totem in hand. Let's be aware of that. Alright, well, that's the, I guess, kind of broken farm. I don't know why it seems to work okay, but if it was those torches, I would think that it would be just as bad at night, but it kind of seems like the daylight is causing some issues there. And I don't think any of our blocks had any transparency to them. Oh boy. Ah! I just hope to run right through them. Like, maybe I can just not deal with them. And then I was like, I don't have a totem. Let's go use the bow. So, in the next episode, we'll go this way. We will do one of our more productive ways of repairing or improving some of this gear. Oh, look at it. It's so beautiful. Oh, that's that's a thing. What? See how it warped me back? What's up with that? So this is the path that we made when we were figuring out our way to connect to Attempt Island. I'm guessing most of you guys are familiar with this part. That wasn't too long ago. Just a lot easier to make that I don't even know which one it is, X or Y. That east-west path, not north-south one. So we can do lava slimes here. We can do ghasts up top. We could go do the it's a nice little congregation of them, though. Which likely means we have a bunch up at the darkroom spawner itself. Usually, if we have a big horde. We've also sent through a few. Let's go check that. Nope. They were all just hanging out on this side. This we had cleared out kind of the last time we were around. And I really do think this is probably about our best XP farm at the moment. Just running around and getting all these guys as they spawn naturally. It just gets old, and we've done it quite a bit. So let's see. Maybe we do a run of that. I mean, look at our pick is almost done, and we had already done the little slimes back at the base, and then all the drowned. No luck. You guys are too stuck to be much good. Give it another minute or so. In fact, let's pop up here. It's nice, of course. It's night, of course, not nice. Kind of nice. It's a nice evening, except for this guy. And let's go hang with our buddy. Oh, we have no buddy. I thought somebody else moved into his house. We'll sleep in Fred's farm bed. All right. I suspect that's gonna be where we are gonna call it good. Yeah, we're just about in an hour. Um, we. I'm not gonna say we lit the world on fire with our progress, but we did finish up the digging and the clearing. And I think tomorrow, I don't know, maybe we chase down a few more of those lava slimes, get them all cleaned up and cleared out, and then we'll uh, switch into pillager mode and see. And we can kind of use that those repairs to mix things up a little bit. If we've gone a long way and they're just not getting done, and we're it's getting old. We've gone ghasts and lava slimes and everything else, and we're bored. Then we can go try to mess around with pillagers a little bit, and vice versa. If that's not working out, we can come back and finish up some if it took too long. But you can see with the pick there, if we get some good spawns, we should have plenty to fix everything up, get us back to fully equipped on our tools and ready for all the adventure to come. So, thanks so much, guys. Likes and comments, always appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Remember, keep an eye out. I would like to get back into Stardew streaming at some point as well. I don't know what it's going to be today, though. So we'll see what happens, but keep an eye out. Watch Twitter, or go ahead and give me a follow over on Twitch, as well as the subscription here on YouTube. Anyway, take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye now.